put yourself in this hypothetical position where you work for the Japanese government. I'm not talking about the federal government. I am talking about a smaller, local government, more specifically a prefectural government. Because for those of you who don't know, in Japan, we have prefectural governments, or I guess like state governments, where that local government is responsible for all the things that happen in that particular prefecture. And let's say hypothetically, you are part of a local government where maybe that prefecture, maybe that area of Japan doesn't get a whole lot of tourism. And you think to yourself, damn boys, what are we going to do to get more people to visit our beautiful city? More people to visit the wonders that our prefecture has to offer within Japan. That's what one such prefectural government person thought, and they decided to make possibly one of the strangest purchases ever. Because this title is how it is. When I saw this article, I thought, ain't no way. But at the same time, I thought that is so Japanese. So let's read through this article by the Mainichi Shimbun that says that love doll purchase for indigo dyeing event in West Japan hit by prefectural audit. God damn, this just sounds like an Onion article. So this takes place in the wonderful prefecture of Tokushima, which for those of you who don't know, I don't blame you. It is one of the few prefectures that I personally have never been to. It is one of the 4 prefectures over in the Shikoku area of Japan. You know, admittedly, it's not a place in Japan that a lot of people have visited. Not only foreigner tourists, but also domestic travel is quite scarce over in that area. But that's not to say that that area doesn't have its fair share of beauty or anything. I'm sure Tokushima does have its fair share of beauty, but I wasn't expecting it in this fashion. The Tokushima prefectural government spent over 400,000 yen, some $2,700 in public funds on a love doll as part of a project to promote indigo dyeing, a specialty of the prefecture, more than 30 times the cost of renting a mannequin. Those are the pictures right there, and it is one of the most cursed images ever. Like, you know, when you go onto like the scary Reddits, or like, you know, the deep dark depths of 4chan, or just any scary part of the internet that deals in like creepypastas and stuff, this is the kind of images you would see. But no, the lore behind this is that some dude in the Tokushima prefectural government decided, hey, you know what would be better than a mannequin to display our beautiful indigo dyeing? A love doll. Unfortunately, none of us here in government own one, which is a shocker. So, hey, we got a little bit of money left over. Let's get ourselves a proper life-size love doll, and we're not going to do anything sussy with it. We're just going to dress it up in our finest local fashion. The discovery sparked a recommendation from prefectural auditors that the prefecture consider seeking compensation from officials, including a former male employee from the prefecture's tourism policy division in charge of the promotion, on the grounds that the purchase was illegal. Okay, we're not only looking into like the weird like moralities of this question in hand, but rather, is this purchase even legal? Well, let's find out, shall we? Because I am invested. I hope you are. According to the Tourism Policy Division, the love doll was used as part of the Awa Indigo Charm promotion project at Tokushima Awa Odori Airport. God, this was displayed at an airport. This is the first thing you see when you land in Tokushima. And by the way, for those of you who are thinking, oh, we'll just take the bullet train to Tokushima to avoid it. Unfortunately, you can't. Only way into Tokushima is to either drive in a car from places like Hiroshima over the Setouchi Naikai, which is, you know, that exact route that we took on the Trash Taste Cycling Special, or you fly into the airport. 99 times out of 100, you're going to fly into this place and you're going to see this monstrosity. It was commissioned to the private sector in fiscal 2017 with a budget of some 2.8 million yen, about $18,900. The promotion... Oh my god, it's $18,000. The promotion area was set up in a corner of the lobby of the airport, which welcomes many visitors from outside the prefecture. Could you imagine knowing nothing about this place, and then the first thing you see is this life-size love doll dressed up in this like indigo kimono? I would turn around immediately if I were you. Like, dog, this is the first thing we see? What the hell are we going to see outside of the airport? It was placed there to display clothing and lanterns dyed with indigo to advertise the prefecture's aizome, or traditional indigo dyeing, which, look, is a cool art form. Unfortunately, it is sort of a dying art form as well, even in Japan. And I think, for one, it's very, very cool that, you know, these local places that rely on these kinds of, like, cultural standpoints as a way to draw in tourism is trying to utilize that in the best way possible. You were so damn close to nailing it, and you just fumbled it and kicked it outside of the stadium on the last second. The promotion started on April the 1st that year. Hold up. Okay, now I'm just thinking, is this an April Fool's joke? Was this some kind of elaborate April Fool's joke? I mean, April Fool's is like a cultural thing that has, I guess, been slowly being introduced into the Japanese culture, because, shocker, April Fool's isn't a Western thing, was never in Japan or anything like that. It's only until recently, now that Japan has been westernized quite a bit, that even the concept of April Fool's has come around, but, like, not a lot of people, like, commit to it. Maybe this one is an actual first-time government-level commitment to April Fool's. But yeah, either way, it started from April 1st that year, and from June, 2 mannequins wearing skirts and other items were displayed. The contractor prepared the mannequins for a rental fee of 13,500 yen, or about $91 a piece. However, in July, the mannequins disappeared and a love doll surfaced in their place, dressed in an indigo-dyed summer kimono. A male official in his 40s in charge of the project had instructed the contractor to purchase the love doll for a total of 424,000 yen, about $3,000 US, and replace the mannequins. Why? Just why? Results of an audit show that the decision to use a love doll in the project was made when the staffer in charge was considering effective ways to promote Awa Indigo products to men, and found an article online indicating that apparel displays using realistic dolls had become mainstream. I mean, yeah, I guess, sure, you know, the more realistic your mannequin looks, I guess it draws more of an attention to whatever it is. But, like, if that's the case, then why not just, like, hire a beautiful Japanese woman to, like, stand there and then rotate it around with a number of different Japanese women? Like, it probably would have still been cheaper than to use the goddamn love doll. Also, let me just clear this out before we continue. There is a massive difference between a realistic mannequin and a straight up love doll that you use for sus things. According to the audit report, in late June, the male official is said to have visited a love doll manufacturing and sales company in Osaka with those involved in the project, including the contractor, to pick out the doll. God, they flew all the way to the goddamn source. They didn't just, like, go on Amazon to, like, find this stuff. They really wanted to be selective with their love doll. They were like, yeah, we needed it to be as realistic as goddamn possible for this dog. During questioning by auditors, the official supervisor at the time was quoted as saying, "I had heard that mannequins would be displayed wearing indigo-dyed clothing, but I never expected any explanation about display with a realistic doll. This suggests that the decision to use a love doll was apparently made independently by the male official." So this dude dragged his subordinates all the way to Osaka with his contractor, didn't tell his boss, and said, yo, I know how we can revitalize this place. Love doll. Love doll. Everyone loves love doll, right? You love a love doll, right, John? Yeah. Don't shake your head. We all know you're a man. You love dolls. So these are the mannequins that were on display before they replaced it with the love doll. What is wrong with this? I don't see, like, yeah, clearly they are mannequins, but that's the whole point of a mannequin. It's not supposed to look like a real person. It's supposed to just display clothing, which is, you know, the entire point of this campaign, is it not? And again, if you wanted a more realistic one, there are realistic mannequins out there that are not love dolls. You just have to pay a little bit more. And obviously you were willing to pay a little bit more to get the goddamn love doll. So why would you just not do that? Oh, God damn it. The existence of the doll came to light in September of 2023, so last year, in a local magazine report. In response, Prefectural Assembly member requested a citizen's audit in late November. The Tourism Policy Division argued that the use of a highly realistic doll enhanced the effectiveness of the project, but the auditor dismissed this claim and flatly rejected any need to exhibit a love doll, which, you know what? It's not even based. That's just facts, dog. Like, he is spitting facts. Putting a love doll to wear your clothing instead of a mannequin is not going to change the amount of tourism that comes in. Or, I don't know, the fact that I'm talking about it in a video right now and you guys finally know about it through this video is probably, really good, just natural promotion for the Tokushima Prefecture. So maybe, in a sense, it actually worked. Who knows? Because God knows nothing else happens in Tokushima. Auditors also criticized it as extremely expensive and further pointed out a lack of consideration in displaying the doll at an airport also used by many women and children, citing a lack of ethics for a public works project. They said the move would never gain citizens' understanding. I mean, yeah, for sure. To the Japanese population who can't take a little bit of humor in any sense, yeah, I can see this as a problem. And, you know, God knows I don't want to be a parent landing in Tokushima Airport with my children being like, wow, kids, look at the love doll. Honey, we should turn around. The auditors concluded that the use of the doll was grossly inappropriate in terms of social norms and violated the local finance law. Governor Masazumi Gotoda released a comment stating, while this is a case from before my tenure as governor, as the figure in charge of appointments, I will take the audit results seriously and handle them in a strict manner. So, okay, at least, you know, they're being, at least one dude is being responsible for it. But like, what about the dude who incited the whole thing? What about the dude who decided this was a good idea? Is he gonna get a punishment for it? I don't know. To be honest, if he was doing illegal shit with taxpayers' money, then yeah, sure, you know, this would be pretty annoying. But I don't know, man. I at this point, I just think this shit is funny. Under prefectural regulations, items costing 100,000 yen or more to obtain are treated as fixtures rather than consumable items. As a prefectural fixture, the love doll was also utilized in 2 other projects that the male employee oversaw in fiscal 2017 and in July 2019. It was used in an event held by a private organization to celebrate Tokushima Indigo Day. God, so this thing was not only used in a goddamn airport, but it was also used in a massive event. So not only did tourists see this shit, but the locals saw this shit too. The prefectural government says there are no further plans to use the doll in any more events, but it will be stored in the prefectural warehouse for the time being amid the controversy following the audit request. Why are they holding on to it? If you're never going to use it, then just chuck that shit out. I don't want to go to a prefecture where I know that the local government there is storing a love doll. So yeah, what an insane story. God, what an insane story. Every time I think I've covered the most insane news articles coming out of Japan, they just keep hitting us with another one too. Every single time, man. It just doesn't stop, and I'm glad it doesn't stop because otherwise this channel would be very, very dead. Unfortunately, if you were planning your trip to Tokushima anytime soon and you just heard about this story, unfortunately, you're not going to see any love dolls. Maybe a mannequin at best. There was a part of me that really wanted to take a picture with this thing because it's just so goddamn funny. But yeah, anyways, guys, that was just my 2 cents on that. What do you guys think? Do you think they overreacted to using the love doll? Do you think that they should have kept using the love doll? Would you have gone to Tokushima to take a picture with this monstrosity yourself? Let me know all your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. And hey, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to smack my face right here. Subscribe to the channel. Let's keep making big channel number go bigger. And over here next to my head, a couple more videos you can check out if you enjoyed this one. Links to my social media, as well as my Patreon to support me directly, and Nonsense, my clothing brand. We make cool clothes. Nonsense.jp. Links are all in the description below, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace.